Hello friends, you have come across yet another daily race run-through video. On this week's edition, I bring you one race from the week that brought us Group 4 cars at Brands Hatch. Normally, I give you a little bit of lead up to the big race, and that's not the case this time around. But for some of that footage, you'll need to check out the latest time trial trials video. I really wasn't planning on doing a daily race run-through this week. However, this last race from Tuesday night's stream had too much excitement, too much fun, and too many surprises for me to leave it out. So I wanted to show you this one just in case you missed it. This lobby was probably the toughest, the most stacked I had been in the whole week. One World Tour driver in P1, and then other Chileans with him, plus Grove, Broker, Plaka, Zeiss, really, not a slouch in the whole bunch. Right off the bat, first turn comes around and Carlos gets that weight transfer oversteer that is really easy to happen and hard to catch and keep momentum. Because of this, we have a run on him right away, and I choose the inside line, which was, at the time, open. After I've already placed my car in the spot, Carlos bumps and squeezes me onto the grass and then continues to drive into me as if I'm not there. This compromises the ability for me to turn the car at the apex and make it rotate to the right, so I end up going a little bit deep. But in reality, in this story, I was the fortunate one, because now Plaka would have to end up dealing with them behind me. I knew something was going on because I could hear it behind us, and when I did that quick check behind me, you could see what was happening as well. Little did I know of the brutality that was dished out on my good friend Plaka. More of that after this race is over. You shall not pass, yeah, exactly. Uh-oh. Funk is off. Other guy's off. After one lap and a little bit, we settle in. Once we pass Funk with the mistake that he made on turn 1, normally it would be time to just settle in as the race usually calms down. But not yet on this one. Right, don't take your frustrations out on other people, it's just lame. Ah, dirt. Oh my goodness. These two got into it now. What in the world, yo? Oh, sorry. Not trying to block you, bud. Sorry. That is a massive penalty. Could. Some of that will depend on how others treat me as well, and how traffic works. And if you get stuck in traffic through no fault of your own, there's not a lot you can do in this combination this week. At the beginning of this lap 4, I make my only really major mistake of the race, and I lose a few positions. Wow. Now I'm creating some carnage. I don't know if he broke early or what. Yeah, just go ahead. What does it matter? I do want you to remember 4G speed, as he will have a part to play later on. Broker's going in. 4G speed had a pen. He's gonna go pit. Yeah. Okay. And so is J Funk. Alright. So they're gonna change tires probably. I'm not. This is really such a great combination. We've had this combination before a few months back, and this is delivered just as good this time around. Part of what makes it so amazing is the multiple viable strategies that you have. And if you are flexible enough, you can really see how the race unfolds and make a decision based on what is best for you at the time. Yeah, World Tour driver, 27.9 in race. Sickening. I mean, really good job. So right here, with clean air in front of me, nobody really bothering me in front, nothing going on behind me, I want to take advantage and try to put up the best lap times I can. And this is really how I would prefer a race to unfold. Sometimes it is necessary to do a no tire change and pit early. But that does leave you susceptible to getting stuck behind others after they pit. Pitting in the middle of the race is the best place to change tires if you are going to do that. My preference really is to just stay out, get a rhythm, hopefully other people pit in front of me, and then I can just keep on going and trying to get a nice comfortable rhythm that's repeatable and put up good lap times. The pit stop, whether taking on new tires or not, is a very short time, only about 12 seconds with no tires. That means for the really fast guys out in front, like on this race, they were able to pit and still come out in front of me, even though I hadn't even pitted yet, like right here. Oh! Amaya just, like, super crashed. All by himself. That's crazy. Pushing for the top time, probably, and he pushed too hard. Trying to beat his Chilean brother. Dude, Grove's in first right now. Okay, Grove hadn't pitted yet. Okay. Alright. Another thing I love about this type of race specifically is you don't really know what position you're in until the very end. It's super tough when, oh boy, this is gonna be messy. So we come out of the pit with Brunildo in front and 4G Speed right behind me. Now, little did I know that I was actually in the middle of a feud that had been boiling up for the last couple of laps. He's got a half second. I don't need any help going off track. You can see that 4G Speed is pretty aggressive in trying to pass me, and I thought it was a little odd since he had a 0.5 second penalty. But, you know, sometimes people really want that position. But apparently, as we're going to see here, he had other motives. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's going for a... the kill. I can't do this, man. Oh, dude, I am super satisfied with a P8 among these guys, dude. Holy cow. P7's a little bit better, just because, you know, it's top half of the grid. But I'm pretty sure I gained DR in a lobby like that. Yeah, no doubt. Replay save. So we have to take a moment and look at these interactions between other drivers here. First, we have Exhibit A on lap 1. Sometimes you make a mistake on lap 1, and it costs you positions. This happens. Deal with it. From Exhibit A, we see an example of just how not to handle it. Just because you've hurt your own race doesn't mean you can hurt other people's race too. But that is exactly what happens. After dealing with the injustice of being passed by me, he then continues to drive rather poorly and gets passed by Plaka. What I was hearing in the background in real time during the race was him slamming into Plaka and causing a lot of destruction. But in fact, as you see here, the way Plaka ends up sliding, it causes Exhibit A to go off track. However, he was not finished. Oh no, far from it. He proceeds to turn his car into a missile and ruins Plaka's race, and then leaves the race. He exits after getting a 4-second penalty. Now to the incident that happened towards the end of the race with, we'll call it Exhibit B, that led up to this. It seems to me that the minimal contact led to more contact, which led to more contact, which led to don't care if we hit each other or not. Alright, contact, this move that VRS puts on Exhibit B appears to be the last straw. Now, what at first to me looked like a bad dive, after reconsidering, he makes the apex, and Exhibit B really just turns into him, like he doesn't give him space. But I think it's obvious he believes he's done wrong. How dare VRS pass him, right? Lots of contact, and that contact, which is instigated by Exhibit B, leads him to getting this penalty, which I can only imagine at this point has just left him fuming. After this, he makes the pass, and it looks like he tries to brake check VRS. And here we come, we're at the point where he ends up behind me in the race after I exit the pits. Man, if I had known what kind of violence was about to be done, I think I would have slowed up and just let it all go by. And as we've seen before, he's trying to get by me, but he doesn't want my position. He wants VRS. And in a case of poetic justice and irony, his attempt to take VRS's life sends him straight into the barrier, and he is unable to avenge himself for the egregious wrongs done against him. He was certainly on the right trajectory, but there was a wall there. Or maybe I'm wrong, and perhaps Joe Collins is correct when he says this. We gotta see, that had so much. He really didn't like that turn. And that's going to do it, friends, for this edition of Daily Race Run Through. And what a week it was. Again, if you didn't see the practice leading up to this race, I encourage you to check out the Time Trial Trials video at the end. If you are watching this and you aren't a subscriber, please become one so you can stay up to date on all the live streams, videos, and shorts that we put out on a regular basis. Until next time, friends.